Yo, welcome back to Charlotte on the Scene podcast. This week we got something a little different. My man Ann Morrow is out of town in Atlanta, chilling. So I brought back an old but new.
Oldie but goodie? Damn, there's a lot of old there, brother. Cuz, what we doing? So all that old stuff?
Welcome
Come on,
back.
my birthday ain't here yet now.
Welcome back, cousin that was feeling.
Hey,
How you doing,
man.
man? It's been a while, man.
Hey, that damn road life is crazy, baby.
Oh man.
Yeah, that road life is crazy. I'm glad to be back, man.
Yeah,
Glad to be back.
Good to see you back in good health, brother.
Yeah, absolutely,
my
absolutely.
Man. And then we got the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, my man Vaughn the Dawn, Lefrak. It's finest. What's up, baby? What's up, Conrad? My man.
Vaughn, what up, baby? What's going on? What's good with you? What's good with you? My bad. I know my hands is a little ashy and shit. My bad. I gotta put some lotion on.
Don't be no baby oil. Don't be no baby oil.
No, I'm just saying. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Man, son,
Come on, what we doing?
yo, plain fields, son.
Hold on, wait.
God.
What's wrong with this, bro?
Oh man.
Come on, what's wrong with this, bro? Like, seriously, I mean, we can't. Nobody can get a little like get off the ash. Like, we can't get off the ash now. Rock, come on now.
Oh, you wild, son.
This is violent. Are we? This is what we
Where'd
doing.
you get it from? I thought it was hard to find that.
I mean, it was hard. I went to like 10 stores to get right, man. Like, yeah. It's getting crazy out here. The stocks is up on these damn things, baby.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
man. Yeah, man. I had to get right, man. I had to get right. Oh man. Welcome back, man. Welcome back, man. Welcome
Good to
back.
see you guys again. You know, we're glad to be here. We're highlighting my man Vaughn today. Happy to have you on the show, brother.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, my G, man,
Yeah,
my
that's
G,
what's up, that's
son.
what's up, that's
Ain't no
what's
baby all over here. So we don't do that in Queens. Big Queens. So what's up, man? So tell me about yourself, man. So originally you from Lefrak.
You know it.
Okay. Lefrak. Okay, so we
Lefrak
talking about
City.
Lefrak City. So what's so great about Lefrak?
I learned a lot in Lefrak, man. 20 buildings, thousands and thousands of people, all ethnic origins.
Right.
Then you have 57th Avenue. It's like one of the most dynamic blocks in New York City. You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Like, everybody's hustling. You know what I mean? I've seen that from a child, watching people hustle and bustle, make ends meet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was different growing up in Lefrak City. Then everybody was God body. So it was the thing about enlightening and educating yourself
No
at
doubt.
that particular time. Like even though they were drug dealers at the time, they were God bodies, and they was teaching us not to eat pork, teaching us the lessons, stuff like that. So it was like empowering at the same time, even though you see some of the foul things that's really going on in life.
No doubt. So let me describe your childhood for me, if you don't mind. Like, what's it like? You know, like coming up in Lefrak. You know, at a young age. New York City is one thing, but Lefrak is a separate situation. You're in Queens. You know, how was it like being a young boy growing up in that situation?
I grew up with my grandparents raised me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a grandma's boy. You dig what I'm saying? I grew up in the 80s when, you know, the crack epidemic, the Rockefeller drug laws, you know, sending the black men to prison. You know what I'm saying? So my family was decimated because of that. You dig what I'm saying? So I grew up like hard and fast. You dig what I'm saying? Like, even though I was fortunate enough to have my grandmas in the house who educated us, you know what I'm saying? But I was being educated by the streets as well, like every day.
So
it was prevalent.
So what ways did the streets raise you? You feel like in certain ways, like different from because your grandmother and your parents want the best for you. How did you separate that? What did you gravitate towards more? What kept you, you know, in certain situations?
I didn't have a father growing up. You know what I'm saying? My father was in prison. Therefore, the older men on the streets, even some of the older brothers, they were more influential in my life as opposed to a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have no pops. My pops was always in prison. Like, we formulated our bond when he was in prison. No, when I was in prison and he was on the street. You know what I'm saying? So all the older guys, like I said, like the guard bodies in the neighborhood, like those were the influential people that were more or less the father figures to me anyway, and my peers as well.
And for the record, he's talking about his father. If y'all don't know who mentioned your father in the song.
No, he mentioned me.
He mentioned you. Who mentioned you? Who mentioned you in the song?
The Nori dude.
Yeah,
Nori.
No, the North.
Okay.
Okay. So with you being that, you having that dynamic in your family structure or whatever, how did it shape you to where you are now? You feel?
I mean, it taught me that ain't nobody gonna do it for you but you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get out there. I've been out there, and I was out there early. You know what I'm saying? It cost me, but as my latter years as an adult, that hustle that I learned watching is what got me still driving to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what drives me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I watch people before me, still doing it to this day. Like some of my older OGs from my hood, like how they still progressing out here in this world rapidly. You know what I'm saying? The world is moving fast, and they still going too. So like that's still like motivation for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One thing that I met you, I've known you for years now, but one thing that impressed me about you, well, I've always been impressed about you, is your energy and your drive. Like, first of all, everybody knows when you're coming because your voice is your voice. You got the voice, that voice. It's like, you know what I mean? And but when you come through, it's like it's always it's fun. You know what I mean? You even though you about your business or whatever, I feel like you have a good disposition about yourself. And even though we all have different backgrounds of how we're raised or what we come from or whatever, I feel like your energy is what makes you different from a lot of people. Can you explain to me where you get that from?
It's something that you don't get it. I was born with it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk
like,
that shit. Okay.
I was born with
Talking
it.
spicy.
I can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm like nothing. I can be down and you won't even know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is who I am. Like I'm always trying to be vibrant. Like I look deaf in the eyes multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never let it get me down.
Right.
Like I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you got to keep marching regardless of what.
Yeah, I heard a lot about Lefrak, and how did you was able to maneuver and like just get through? You know what I mean, the ups and downs. 'Cause, you know what I mean, every hood got. You know what I mean, especially back in those days, it was like, killed to be killed type of thing. What was your motivation like to get through? You know what I mean, and be where you are today.
Motivation, I would say, would be to finally like prove something to my family. Like I was the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from the black sheep, which was my father. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm the second generation of the black sheep. Like so, it's like I gotta change this shit. Like I gotta do something different. You know what I mean? Like I done did all the pain. I done the streets. I done everything in these streets besides get rich. You feel me? Like I done everything besides get rich. Let's see if I could devote some time and energy on getting rich. Let's see where they take me. You know what I'm saying? So that's my drive and focus now, as opposed to what I was my latter. You know what I'm saying? My younger years. You know what I'm saying? Like now, it's like I gotta leave something behind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Legacy. Legacy is important. Being from Queens, and I definitely identify with you because that's my home borough. What is some things like when you were coming up that you like music influences that fueled you, that influenced you coming up?
Well, Queens rap, Nas was like the pinnacle of most Queens rappers. You know what I'm saying? So he was my favorite artist growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like from Queens, you know what I'm saying? Rep Queens. And it was times when we had to put Queens on my back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Talk that. Okay.
People wouldn't even understand what that shit like. You know what I mean? Like people, Queens, like that shit was offensive.
Hold on. So speaking of that, when KRS-One did what he had to do, how was that? How was that feeling?
I mean, I was young when that happened, so I didn't really feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's like 89, 90 or something like that. Okay. Maybe I don't know. I could be mistaking it, but I know I was real young. You dig what I'm saying? Like, so I wasn't really moving around then. You know what I mean? I didn't really feel the effect of that until I got incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was from Brooklyn or the Bronx. Queens was like smaller, as opposed to damn near everybody besides Staten Island. So, you know, Queens, you know, known for getting money, flashy,
No doubt.
pretty boys, you know what I'm saying? Like,
With the money.
you know, like getting locked up, you be around them gritty Brooklyn niggas and grimy Bronx niggas, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to show them that you about your business, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant when I said I had to put Queens on my back a few times.
No doubt. So speaking of you getting locked up, how that situation? Describe a situation. How did you survive? What was your experiences? You were locked up at a young age. How were you able to navigate through that, survive, and you know, and come out the way you are now? How did it shape you? You know, because a lot of people, you know, it could break them. You know what I'm saying? Being in a situation and going in as young as you did, how did that work for you?
Well, first and foremost, I'm unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I've always felt.
No doubt.
Like I wasn't gonna let nothing break me. You know what I mean? And I knew I had to come home too. Like, you know, whatever I did to go to prison, when you get to prison, you realize it's a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, I'm in here, I gotta get home. Try to get home as, you know, more mature, more wiser, but in one piece, with, you know, your mental capacity, faculties in order, and your physical frame in order. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of brothers break. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I refused to be them. And then I've seen a lot of people get assaulted. I refused to be them. You know what I'm saying? So like, the survival instincts kicking, like, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my grandma was a church woman. And unfortunately, I was on the visit floor one year, C-74, I want to say 1994. My grandma's witness an assault. Dude got his whole face cut off. And she grabbed my hands and was like, don't let nobody do that to your face. And I was like, Mike, you know what I gotta do? She was like, I don't want to hear about it. That's between you and your God, as she used to always say, right? She said, I'm gonna pray about it, but don't nobody do nothing to your face like that. So, you know, so that was like the battery in my back that I really needed. You know what I'm saying? Like, grandma's giving me the okay because she see our bestiality, like, you in prison, jail, whatever you want to call it, that's another life. It's a whole nother world, you know what I mean? Like, and you have to transform in that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that's, in an unnatural environment, you have to expect unnatural events to take place. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't apply yourself and educate yourself, you come home the same way you left. I refuse to do that. I was an educator. I've always been a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned how to follow at a young age. Like I said, you know, it was the guard bodies, like the older brothers. Like, we had to know our lessons before we come outside. Or if they run up on you and say, what's the mathematics, and you don't know your mathematics, you're getting punched in your chest. So it was like structure. You know what I'm saying? So I already identified with that. I manifested in who I am. So therefore, I knew that I had to move a certain way in this unnatural environment to get home. You know what I'm saying? In one piece. And when you say in one piece, you have to, that's literally, because some people come home chopped up or stabbed down. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But Sean's son a little bit different. I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't letting nobody do me like that.
No doubt.
If I can avoid it. I'm never saying it can't happen, because I've seen it happen to the best of them. I'm just blessed that it didn't happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Yeah, I rode through Queens a few times. I've been out in New York, my younger days, and rode through Queensbridge, rode through Lefrak and all that. But was those projects ever beefing, or y'all always one?
hell no. Hell no.
Two separate different things.
It's three separate different things. You dig what I'm saying? Queensbridge, Astoria, Lefrak, Jamaica South Side, you know what I'm saying? Far Rock. Like all of those is separate entities. You know what I'm saying? Like, but me, I was one of the kids that got kicked out of all of the schools in my district. Okay. So I ended up going to school with guys from Queensbridge, guys from Astoria, and that's how I was able to navigate and meet certain people in these different other projects other than my projects, and that's how I used to, you know, be in these certain projects. You know what I'm saying? Because I was developing relationships with kids 12, 13, 14, up until 15 as a child. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to them projects as a kid, you know what I mean? Meeting new people and shit. So I was always, I don't know, like I was a kid that was getting on the train and the bus.
Yeah.
Early.
Going to see a girl in the Bronx.
Right, early.
That's how we was, yep. Get chased out of shit. Oh, you always get in trouble when you try to go see a girl.
Yeah, I ain't really get chased, bro.
Yeah, I got chased.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I was running.
Yeah, I had to run a few times, but I ain't get chased out of no projects. Like I moved sturdy, so you know, like even as a kid, like I knew what to do, how to move, when to move. You know what I'm saying? Like you grew up fast in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like
I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, you know, like at a certain age when we were younger, you get off the stoop. You like in 4th, 5th grade, 3rd grade, you taking the train halfway across to another borough, then you taking a transfer, taking a bus, and you expect to come back home.
But not no problem.
You know what I mean? But no, you know what I mean? So it's different. And like even I lived in South Side in Far Rock, and in Far Rock, you had Hamels beefing with Edgemere beefing with everybody. It was always beef. And the thing is, Queens cats, we had to go through Brooklyn. You got to deal with Brooklyn cats. Then you got to deal with the Bronx. I had to go to see my it's nothing but beef, man. But like you said, like you know, it shapes you, and you grow up a lot faster. And like you use like when you're in a different pace of life, you just maneuver faster because it's those experiences that you get at a young age. You off the stoop early.
Facts.
You off the stoop early, so you got to move no matter what situation you in. So, yeah, definitely, man. So now you have a record label that you do.
Facts. 5-7 Music Group.
Let's talk about that. Your artists? What type of? I know it's in the hip hop genre, but what type of artists you have? The artists you have. What you're working on? How's that? How did you get into that from from when you were coming here, from when you moved here, whatever? How'd you get into it?
When I came home, I said I was gonna get into this music industry one way or another. You dig what I'm saying? I got a good ear for it. I can't rap. I never really even tried to rap.
You got bars, Vaughn.
Nah, that was never my thing. But I was always able to hear a sound or a good voice or potential in an artist. You know what I'm saying? I learned from the dude, from my bro Littles. He taught me a lot watching him, taking me around Mall Deep. And so I was able to see like how Prodigy made songs, how Havoc made beats. And it was real influential in my life. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this shit. So I've been doing it, you know what I mean? Still working, still trying to get it out there, but I'm coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm coming, man. Like I ain't giving up. As long as I can breathe.
There we go. That's it.
I'm trying to take over the world, man.
What do you so you say you got an ear for, right? So what's your artist? What do you listen for? Like, do you listen for the cadence, the beats? Do you listen for, like, if they're lyrically hot? I mean, music is different now, so it's not mostly more in the lyrics like it was before. And you coming from your background, you're more of my generation where, we listen. We like, I'm assuming, but I kind of know Mob is Mob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no question.
Nas, that's more about ever. So with this new generation of hip hop, how are you assimilating to that, or even picking out artists, or having an ear for it?
See, I understand music, so I understand where it's at now. The music, music goes with the flow of reality. When we was listening to music, it was more like some conscious. Like at one point, it was wilding. You had the MWA and all of them. They was wilding on the track. They was killing the police, smacking your mother. Girls getting raped in the song. They was wilding, right? So it's not nothing new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So music has always been the way it is right now.
Right.
It's just now that the cadence is different. It's not about. The cadence is different, and the message is different. The message now is get money. Everybody want to get money. Back then, everybody wanted to be self-conscious. You know what I'm saying? Or then you had, like I said, you had the NWA wave where they was talking that shit. You know what I mean? Like they was just going in.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now you got women coming out, getting more vocal in the music industry, and they just being just as wild as what you could compare to Too Short back in the days. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's not new. Like, when they was Sexy Red going crazy, Too Short and Luke and them been talking that crazy shit. Now, you hear it from a female, and it's like, oh, nah, that shit is hot. It was hot then, it's hot now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Facts. That's facts.
you know what I'm saying?
What type of artists are you looking for? Like, or do you have? Do you have like from New York, or do you have it South or Midwest?
I deal with artists from everywhere. You dig what I'm saying? Like, primarily now, it's just been mainly North Carolina, but shout out to my artists in New York, Knuckles from Lefrak City, you know what I'm saying? HBK, you know what I mean? We working on the project. But right now, it's mainly been artists that I've met in Charlotte. Some are from Charlotte, some aren't. Like my artist right now, front runner Maurice. You know what I mean? We got a project. Shout out to Maurice Liddell, but go by MJ.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? We got a project about to drop. We just shot a video in LA.
Okay.
Went crazy. You know what I mean? That shit about to drop. So it's like, you know, I've been working, steady working behind the scenes, doing some of this and some of that.
Right. And what I've noticed, and I talked to a few people, what I've noticed that it's almost rewinding. I don't know if you're paying attention, or you probably definitely knows that our era, like, you know, that 90s up into 2000 era, that era right there, they actually could have a run right now because it's open. Everything is open. You know
Music
what I mean?
is open.
Yeah, it's just like it seems for me. You know what I mean? I seem like it's open. Like if you look at Griselda, you see like something.
I was about to say that. Like they have their
own lane.
own lane. They book a show right now.
Right, sold out.
It's sold out.
Right.
Benny Butcher and them is crazy.
Crazy. It's a lot of them type of.
Shout out to Benny too. I fuck with him.
Absolutely.
Son is fire. His last project, his last 3 projects been just off the chain.
Right. Now I'm gonna act, 'cause I have this discussion with a lot of people, right? Do you feel like when Pop Smoke died, it took the air out of New York?
They ain't gonna never take the air out of New York.
Okay.
They ain't gonna never stop. That's one thing about it. However, that was a big blow because I feel like Pop Smoke was on his way the same way I look at 50 Cent. Like, he captivated the people. Once you get the people, you can do whatever you want.
Well, I remember we was in the barbershop one time and you came in the barbershop and you was like, yo, Pop Smoke is going to go. This before he was
That's
hot.
a fact.
He was in the barbershop yelling, he's like,
It
yo,
was
Pop
way
Smoke
before.
is going. He's going. First time, and I knew who he was, but he wasn't there yet. And he said it before. He said it before anybody says that Pop Smoke is going. And I think it was like, I want to say like 7-8 months later, he just went. He went. He was gone. Then he got, you know, what happened. But yeah.
What it was is I heard his voice. I looked at, like I was just watching how they was building them up. See, one thing about music, when you see it on the video and you like, damn, this motherfucker's rich or he lit. Nah, that's how it's planned. It's planned for it to look like he just blew up overnight. You know what I'm saying? So I was fortunate enough, you know, I had people in the town, they send me music, yo, listen to this. Like, it's the new sound that's coming. Listen to this dude. And nobody down here was even listening to Pop Smoke.
No, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? So naturally, we was in the barbershop, and God bless the dead, my man, what's the fat nigga name that died, my bro?
B?
B.
Yep. Rest in
What
peace.
started
B.
the conversation was he was in a chair, and I was in a chair, and he was like, Boosie the best rapper in the world.
Yeah.
So, you know, me being from New York, I like Boosie. I fuck with Boosie heavy, right? Shout out to Boosie, did a song with my brother Goop. R.I.P. Big Goop.
R.I.P.
Check it, right? I was like, nigga, you bugging. Boosie is not the best rapper in the world. But then I had to take the New York out of me for a second, right? being down here for so long, right? So you really get to see that Boosie is the best rapper in the South.
How so though?
Because they gonna go see Boosie before they go see Nas. They want to hear Boosie before they hear Jay-Z. Like,
Especially
yeah,
in South
Jay-Z,
Carolina.
Nas, all them, they're huge. Don't get it confused, right?
Yeah, Boosie connected to the people.
But we are in the South. We in Charlotte, right? They don't want to hear no Jay-Z like that. You got certain dudes that want to hear Jay-Z. They want to hear Moneybagg Yo. They don't want to hear none of them dudes from New York. Especially if they don't have the sound that's going now.
Right.
That's just how it is down here.
Right.
Just they on a different sound
Totally
wave,
different
sound
sound
bite.
wave.
Spice One made a comment. He was doing an interview, I think, last week. He was talking about how people, and this is actually fact. Like Jay-Z was not the biggest artist during his heyday. It was DMX, and it's true. DMX was outselling Jay-Z.
Yeah, I know he would double
He
back
was
to back.
doubling up. But he's like in LA. He was like, we don't bump Jay-Z. We like DMX. We'll bump DMX, but we wasn't really on Jay like that. And he's like, he say, I'm not, of course, he's not trying to diss Jay. He was just saying it just wasn't.
They don't
like
listen,
that.
and that's
they
why.
don't listen. Yeah.
And so when B was in the barbershop that day, talk about Boosie was the best rapper, I was
Rest
like,
in peace, B. Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was like, yo, listen, this new dude that's coming out of New York, that's crazy.
Crazy, yep.
And he's like, who we talking about? Who we talking about? I'm like, so we go to the videotape, Pop Smoke.
Yep.
Like, man, hell no. I'm like, yo, bro, this kid is ill. Like, he's like, at the time, I think he was like 19 or whatever.
You caught him early.
Like 19, 20. I don't even know who sent me the damn music. It might have been my bro Shorts. I don't know. But when I heard his voice, I was like, and then I seen him,
Swag and all.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He got the potential
Right. You got
to do what 50 did.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything.
You know what I'm
connected.
saying? Like, those artists don't come around like that.
No, they don't. They don't.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Them artists is like every so often.
Right. Every 5, maybe 10.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You don't find, like, those are his music's gonna play as long as the earth is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His sound's gonna be mimicked as long as music is being made.
Plus, I look at it too. He had that it factor. Like right after he passed, he was in a movie. They put him in a movie during when he wasn't even like, he was still coming up. And that movie would have probably been done a lot better if he was still around.
Right.
But he was on his way. I think like he has that. I think Pop is a mix between 50 and DMX. I think like he had the. To me, I think he had the.
They asked DMX. They said that to DMX. DMX was like, "Well, 50 gonna have a baby." You know what I mean?
I really liked that kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think he was dynamic.
Yeah, the reason why I asked you that was because, for one, even though you don't rap, you have a voice. You can understand when people with a distinct voice. Usually they go further than one that sounds like everybody else.
Yeah, and
You know
that's one thing that I mainly look at. When you're trying to break an artist, you got to make sure he don't sound like nobody that's in the industry, because that's the hardest thing to break, is something that they already broke already. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they don't want somebody that sound like Pop Smoke again. They want somebody to sound different.
It's a mimic.
You know what I'm saying?
Who do you think? So that's a good question. Just came to my head. Who's the best four voices in hip hop that had distinct voices that you think that their voices were just so different that it helped make their career?
DMX for sure. Slick Rick,
The Ruler.
Nas, Jay, Ice Cube.
Cube. Don Mega
You know what I'm
Cube.
saying? Like,
Would you throw Snoop in there, or Snoop got
Snoop.
or Snoop is a little bit of the Slick Rick thing?
nah, he took Slick Rick shit to the whole nother level.
Gin and Juice dropped. It was over.
Yeah, he took Slick Rick shit.
I
to
think
a whole
his
nother
album is
level.
one of the top. I think one of the
I
best
still be
albums.
listening to the Doggy
that shit,
Style.
that shit was different.
Yeah, I still
that changed the
listen.
game. That was a game changer.
Yeah, I was going
That was a game
1994. Like,
Yeah, that was a game
Yeah,
changer.
but who's your top 5?
it changes. I don't really care about that.
We gotta get the
Changes.
people they're gonna be on you about it. Who's your top 5?
I'm not gonna put them in no order.
Nah, not at all.
Jadakiss,
Okay.
Biggie, Nas, 50, Jay.
Okay, there we go.
I like 50. The four voice thing, I will tell you, I think the guys that had the most distinct voices, this is my opinion, of course, I would say Sticky Fingers.
Of course.
I would say Jadakiss. I would say Sadat X.
Sadat, that's my man.
And I would say Method Man. His
Method Man too. Redman too. Both of them.
Reggie's indifferent. Reggie's my favorite.
Reggie, no.
Reggie's my favorite. We don't have to. You know.
Yeah, I know my hip hop 120, man.
Rick City, come on, stop playing.
I know my hip hop 120.
No doubt, man. But yeah, that's a solid top five. And like you said, everybody has their own top five. But that's what makes you. It's what makes you. It's the music that you like,
right?
And that you appreciate. If you could have one of your artists do a feature with any artist out now or any established artist, what would it be? Who would it be?
With Maurice, I would definitely go J. Cole.
Yeah, Cole's my man.
Because, my artist Maurice is like mature. Talking like, he ain't talking drug shit. He ain't talking about none of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's one thing that I feel like needs to change in music. You know what I mean? Because like kids is out here really dying from drug overdoses. Not even kids no more, just like everybody.
Everybody's,
you know what I'm saying? Like fentanyl, niggas dying from the drink shit. Like, like shit is whack.
Yeah, shit is horrible. It's like it's in the music so much where you hear it, like so it's constant melodic.
The Future make it sound amazing. Future make it sound amazing. That's one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen to Future for lyrics.
Right.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Put you in the mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like make you want to get money and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't popping no perks. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing it.
I popped the ibuprofen earlier because my back was killing me.
I know.
Nah, but yeah, like
I ain't want to start that up. I was gonna let you live with that. I was gonna let you live. Let you
Super
go with
pause.
that.
Super
You know
pause.
what I mean?
Super pause.
Well,
Super pause. So I want to ask you a question, and I want to get this. I'm gonna give you a word, and I want you to tell me what it means to you. First word is Lefrak.
Lefrak means a lot to me. That's where a lot of my friends is at. Like, that's why I was raised. That's why my brain started developing. That's when I started seeing the world for what it really was. You know what I mean? It wasn't glitters and gold. The shit was raw. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think I needed that because, Allah is the best planner. So, like, it's already written. You just got to help navigate. You can go left or right. He still give you them chances to pick and choose for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like now I'm on a path of success, like because of what I've been through that got me to where I'm at today in my mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to. Like I ain't taking penitentiary chances no more.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't worth it for me. Now 20 years ago, yeah, nigga, let's go, let's do it.
Right.
Two more words. Two more. Second one, Big Goo.
Oh man, God bless my big bro, man, Big Goo, man. Like that was one of my closest friends I ever had on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't even know each other that long. My man Pedro introduced
Shout out to Pedro.
us,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Pedro introduced me and Big Goo, and it was over. Like, they was pulling up to my crib 8 o'clock in the morning. Yo, we gotta go get something to eat. Like, bro, I'm asleep. What are you doing? Like, that's like went out the country with him. First time I ever going out the country.
Where'd you guys go?
Puerto Rico.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the passport out the country, but that shit is out the country.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Nah, it's out the country, baby. You out.
But like with the Vegas a few times, like trips, like with him, like he just put me on in a different space. Like yo, bro, we doing this. Yo, bro, let's just go to Atlanta right now. Like, we was just moving. Like, it was always motion with me and Goop.
Right, no
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? That was my dog, you know what I'm saying?
You're a Giants fan too, son. Big Giants fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We'll get that shit later, boy. Taheem.
That was my big bro. Like, Taheem is Little's brother. And Uni brother. So there's three of them. And I met all three of them different times in my life. You know what I'm saying? I met Little's first, Uni second, Taheem last. But Taheem was like somebody that taught me how to be a man mentally and how to move in these streets amongst the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most on point person I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different in New York City when you in the field.
No doubt.
The caliber of people that we was among, I had to move a certain type of way.
Right.
And he kind of showed me that, you know what I'm saying? Littles as well. But Taheem was like more like drill sergeant about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we going to the club with these artists and stuff like that.
Right.
How we gotta move.
Right.
How we gotta get in there. How we gotta get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How we park the car, where we park at.
How we moving with
You know
it?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was a different lifestyle how he was teaching me. You know what I mean? Like, we was on the phone for hours every day until I got locked up again, you know what I mean? But even during the course of my bid, like, he was always there for, like, mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that took a lot out of me when my bro died. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of the few that's real influential in my life.
So with that happening, with those unfortunate demise that you experienced in your life or whatever, how did it shape you after? Did you feel like you had a different purpose? Or?
Yeah, I got to keep it going. Like, you know, you shed your tears. Everybody deals with the loss of somebody differently. I've been losing my comrades like back to back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a numb feeling. But I know I got to get up.
Right.
Like, they know me for being strong. So I can't weep forever.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to get moving, keep it moving. Because that's not what they would want me to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bandana too, God bless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost some very close brothers in these last few years. So it's like, damn, what I'm going to do? I know what I got to do. So I got to do it. You got to just keep it pushing. It just makes me change how I move out here now. It make me appreciate life like, you know, Allah spared me. You know what I mean? It could have been me going home at night and a car hit me, or I hit a car, or a bullet hit me. Anything. But
Anything can happen.
anything can happen out here. And I'm blessed to still be here. But my comrades, some of them have fallen short. You know what I mean? They're not here, so I got to keep it going to keep their legacy going.
No doubt. Well, I'm gonna get on a lighter note, and so you're not a Giants fan now. I don't understand how that can happen. And you're from. It can't be easy, Vaughn. You gotta explain.
It's super easy.
It's
super easy. I'm gonna break it down to you.
Break it down to me.
New York City, right?
Right, no doubt.
New York Cowboys.
5 boroughs, right? Okay.
No. New York Cowboy.
Okay, New York. Okay, you just lost me.
You said you wanted to know how I became.
But the Cowboys are in Dallas.
I'm a Cowboys roam. Especially black Cowboys. They ain't staying in the South like that. They was hanging their ass. That's why they was running up here. Or they was going out west.
So who's your favorite Cowboy of all time?
Come on, man. You gotta be. It's a mixture, man. My favorite all-time Cowboy would be Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
Sweaty Michael Irvin, the one to be sweating during the press conferences?
Love him.
He was on the floor at the Colorado game on all fours.
Guess
son. What?
Love Michael Irvin.
Okay. Yeah, Mike was nice. Mike was nice.
Super nice.
Mike was nice.
And
Mike
Troy
was nice.
Aikman too, though.
Yeah,
My
Troy.
guy.
Troy was cool. Troy was cool. Emmett was good.
Emmett's a killer.
Emmett was a
Don't get it
killer.
twisted.
Emmett was a killer. It was
But
a
my
killer.
favorite all time would be Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin. But the last time you actually saw them win, Betamax was actually in the VCR. That shit on microfiche.
Hey yo. Yeah, man. But guess what? I'm fortunate though.
What?
I seen my rings though.
You seen them? All right, you seen them. Half his fans ain't even seen them shit.
Yeah, I seen 3 of them.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
So Vaughn, let me circle back to Queens. You've been around a lot of the legends and things like that. Who was your favorite out of Queens?
Did I know
That you
personally?
know. Personally.
Prodigy.
Prodigy?
P.
Yeah, that's my man, Bandana P, man.
Bandana P.
He always welcomed me around, man. Like when Littles brought me around, he was always happy to see me. He fuck with me, so like I fuck with him too.
Yeah, I was around P a lot.
Shout out to Prodigy.
Shout out to Prodigy.
no doubt.
R.I.P. Prodigy.
And he with that J, little nigga. You know what I mean? We little niggas from Queen with
Break
that.
bread,
Go at the
ribs,
big dog.
bills.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Peel on Takati and other 4 wheels.
Yeah.
So that would be
I
my
dropped a little.
favorite.
Yeah, I dropped. I'm glad you said that because Prodigy before, because I was in the music business, whatever like that. I don't know if you heard of Scarfo, Sam Scarfo.
Yeah, I
but
know, yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother, right? That's family.
But that's the industry.
That's the industry.
There's a bar that Nas said sometimes the rap game reminds me of the crack game.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like the rap game is treacherous. It's just as bad as the street.
Might be even worse.
It probably is worse.
'Cause you just
Entitlement is like the major cause of demise in the industry. You know what I mean? Like people kill each other, like the jury, the flashiness. You see these rappers getting killed like every other few months.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a new
crazy.
rapper getting smoked. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Like,
Chicago. They be
That's,
wilding out there.
that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother comment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Chicago is bad. But they knew, but you know why it's bad? It's designed to be that way. Because that was like the mecca of strength and unity amongst black people.
Larry
you know what
Hoover.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Nah, before
Before
him,
that.
Jeff Fort.
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Get to it.
Jeff Fort and them was down there. They were the first ones that went and got some money from out the White House. But then the COINTELPRO took them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was targeted by the CIAs and all that shit, the feds, whatever. But they was about solidarity in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Black Peace Stones. But they broke that up. You know what I'm saying? They built all the projects. You know what happens when you're with a project? It's infested with what? Drugs.
Right.
You infest people with drugs, you decimate the family structure. The family structure gets decimated, what happens? It's lawlessness. You know what I mean? You living in a state of chaos. So that's what you see now in Chicago is something that's been planned because they know that them boys unite, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like them motherfuckers be killing each other.
I tell people all the time, like in being from Queens or whatever, it's like, Queens was a middle class neighborhood. A lot of Jews, like those projects,
for
Lefrak,
sure.
Rochdale,
Yeah,
they
for
were
sure.
all
nice. They were nice.
They were
Yeah,
nice.
It was,
They were
it was
real
designed
nice.
and built
Yep.
for middle class,
Middle
like
class.
Rochdale,
Yep.
Lefrak.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what happened, you had a lot of blacks move out there too. The Jews kind of move out. You know what I mean? And then what happened is,
put the drugs in
they
it.
put the drugs in. And the drugs come in, it decimates. And now you got the 80s crack era. You got everybody running around, and it kills the black structure to build up to get higher.
Yeah,
So then
no
you have
question.
because most of the people in Queens, parents had what? They worked for transit. They had good
Jobs.
paying jobs. They had
It's
good
funny,
paying jobs.
right? It's funny, right, that you say that because, I was out there, like, I was in the street at a very early age. Being very observant, like, just being growing up from New York City, period. 8, 9 years old, you really start knowing what crack is. You know what I'm saying? More like, you really get to see that shit as a kid because you go into school, you see crack valves, crack valves was real big. They had the commercials, say no to drugs.
Crack kills.
Crack kills and shit like that, right? They got the kits in school showing you all the various things what to watch for as a child, whatever, growing up. And then when you leave school, you walk in your building, shit is on the floor.
Oh yeah.
It's in the hallways. Go to the mailbox, the staircase, the garage,
on the
the basement, the laundromat. You see them shits everywhere, right? And then you see the zombies, the people that come out, the people that's using it, right? But then, as I got older, before all of them, and some of them were still functional. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yep.
They had good jobs before they even started using drugs. Like, so my projects, like, my grandparents were considered middle class, right? My grandma's worked in the bank. My grandfather was a doorman for the Roosevelt family. Like, prestigious, like he was getting bread for working for them people, right? So they had a couple dollars, right? So boom, when the crack shit hit, now my grandmom's, who's supposed to be off in retirement in Bermuda somewhere, she taking care of her grandchildren.
Yep. Talk about it.
So she can't leave the generational wealth behind because she's spending it on the grandchildren because it skipped over her child. Like, although my mom's got it together today, I'm fortunate, God bless, you know what I'm saying? But how many mothers didn't? How many fathers didn't? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now you looking at the grandmas, instead of the grandmas being up here on like vacation status, letting her money still build up and pile up because her daughter or her son is keep pushing her, right? She's staying here.
Because the daughter and the mother
is stealing the time.
Oh my gosh.
That's the most important. Like the old people don't get to be old because she got to raise her kids.
Right. And you know that's one thing I always said too. Because my grandfather had to. Well, my mother was around. She did very well and very functional. But my grandfather had to step in because my dad wasn't around. My grandfather had to take that role. But the thing is too, with me and my grandfather, my dad played ball. He was cool. My dad cool to this day. I could relate to him better. I could relate to my grandfather because it's a different generation. Like my grandfather, we could never understand each other because he was disciplinary. Number one, my grandfather ran transit. He was a superintendent for New York City Transit. He was very disciplinarian, very hard on me. But he came from a different generation. So when you have that family gap with the drugs put in, you got grandmothers and grandfathers raising their grandkids when it should be the mothers and the fathers who are more relatable.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you in the house with your grandmother. Your grandmother can't really stop you physically from going out. Whereas so with your dad or your mother could be like, they got the energy to do it. Right. After a while,
so it's funny that you say that, right? Because like I see some of my friends' parents. They used to listen to some of the same music that the kids listen to, right? My grandfather didn't want to hear that shit.
Yep.
As I got older, I was allowed to play a tape in the car when we was in the car sometime. And I had to be very selective on what I let them hear because then they was saying that I was listening to stuff that I wasn't supposed to be listening to.
Right.
Yep. So now, it wasn't relatable, like you just said. So there's a gap there. When, like I said, my grandparents should be somewhere letting their money, their life insurance and stuff pile up and build up, and with all the policies that they was taking out on the kids and all of that. All that's supposed to be like building and nourishing. You know what I mean? The kid, the plan is the daughter or the son have children. Prosper, so you push up the ladder.
Right, facts.
But you growing up when it's not too much people going up the ladder.
Right.
And there ain't no ladders coming down to pull your ass up either.
None.
You think what I'm saying? So it's like, now growing up in that environment is hard. You gotta be exceptional. You gotta be determined. You know what I mean? If you don't have the structure in place, to push you.
And the foundation.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like I was fortunate to have my grandparents. And It sounds crazy, but I'm fortunate I went to prison at an early age. Because that's where I grew up at. It taught me survival skills to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either be a sheep or you could be a wolf. Pick which one you want to be in that environment. That shit made me a wolf. I ain't letting nobody prey on me.
Right.
So the same skill that you applied in, that you apply now, right? And then you look it back to where you come from, you've been surviving the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You already been in a situation where you had to learn how to survive because there wasn't no ladders coming down, very little education coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you grew up in these crazy environments and they wonder why these kids, it's because the shit been broken down. They're not talking about like nothing conscious now. Why? Because my grandma was supposed to go to my mother was supposed to go to me, I was supposed to go to my kids.
Yeah.
It ain't work like that.
I'll be telling cats sometimes because people don't understand when they talk about dudes in special ed in New York City, they think something there's something's not mentally right with them. Special ed kids were kids that didn't have, they were just bad kids. They didn't have no parents around.
I was in special ed.
And
It was called Ms. 2.
Yep.
Ms. 2 is they try to say that you're emotionally disturbed.
Yep.
ADHD, ADD. They try to get you on medication.
Yep. The Ritalin.
You know what I'm saying?
Back in our day. Yep.
Thurzine and shit like that. Haldor. Like, these were all experiments designed to destroy the young black men.
Wow.
Like, I've witnessed in Spofford, which is the juvenile detention center, where they really had us as guinea pigs and they could really do whatever they want. I've witnessed what they was doing to young black kids, 14, 15 years old. Because it'd be the 14-year-old kid that's 6'2", don't even know his strength, 6'4", big, black, strong. First thing they do is strap him up, shoot him with a needle. Then that shit start fucking with your brain, start becoming less coherent, start becoming the vegetables in a sort of way. I've watched them do that shit. Now they can't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy because you probably onto something because I noticed some of my friends or like some people I grew up with, like their ceiling, they already reached their ceiling. They actually reached their ceiling in their 20s.
Yeah, it's over for them.
It's over for them. They can't get no higher, right? And you see like people that strive like you until you want to tap out. You could be 80 years old still getting to it. You know what I mean? Still learning, still, you know what I mean? Still have motion, you know what I mean? And some guys just, no matter what they do, matter of fact, they don't even, it's not they don't care about motion, they just, their mental can't get there. It's over. It's just like they just can't.
They hit that ceiling.
They hit the ceiling.
Like you said, yeah, like I got some friends that's been working the same job for the last 30 years. Or you know somebody that's been working, like you said, your grandfather worked a transit job.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Years. No, but that's their ceiling. Everybody has their ceiling.
I know
Everybody
some guys that like, they go backwards, like they start doing drugs and stuff at 40.
Oh yeah, that too.
You know what I mean? They start
digressing.
Yeah, digress, yeah.
But everybody has a ceiling.
Right.
Like, it's up to you to push it. I'm pushing through it. Like, I'm not giving up. I want to be wealthy. I feel like I still got a whole life in front of me. So I'm going to keep on pushing.
Well, you know what, too? It's like, it's great just you saying that. And I mean, honestly, it's a great point. Like, I feel like within the African-American structure, especially the way the kids are coming up now, they're pushed to, like, follow the same avenues. Like, barbershop salon, like especially here in Charlotte, everybody has a lounge. We're not being innovative, you know, like having innovation, pushing innovation, thinking outside the box to do something to not be the same as everybody else. One thing that we had out of Reconstruction that was very big was we had inventions. We had a lot of black inventors, you know, and now it's like everybody's just following the same avenue. What are we doing how are we going to revolutionize hip hop? How are we going to revolutionize a nail salon? How are you gonna make it different? Or, you know, like something that's gonna be different, not the same thing. And I think we're just losing out on innovation. You know, I think that's a big thing.
That's definitely a fact, right? But we're not just losing out on innovation, though. We're losing out more than that, right? When these kids get locked up, who you see in the courtroom? You don't see no black judges like that. You don't see no black DAs like that. You don't see no black lawyers like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no black stenographers like that. You don't see too many black jurors on cases like that. Like, the people that do the briefs for people's appeals, the ADAs. These are positions, the sheriffs, all these positions is voted in.
Yes.
A lot of these positions is voted
Absolutely.
in. Right?
Talk.
So it's like
talk that shit right now.
we don't got no
Yes.
we got no power because we have no control over the infrastructure.
Well, also too, I think another big thing that we don't do is we always rock the vote for the president. We rock the vote for that, but we don't understand that the sheriffs, the
sheriff,
local state sheriffs, all the men's
right
those
here.
positions that are at the schools,
Absolutely.
they're really dealing with your life.
So they could allocate the money to their schools.
Yep.
Keep your schools poor. Keep your schools infested with crime. So this is what your kids are dealing with now, right? So when they go to court and the DA is, white man, about to sentence your son to 50 years or 10 years or 5 years or 2 years or whatever it is, it's like you have to break that dynamic. How do you break it? You have to teach kids to be lawyers, DAs, judges, dentists, doctors. That's your power. You know what I mean? We don't as a kid, crack rock or having a jump shot, right? That would take you out the hood, right?
That's right.
Boom. Now you fast forward 25, 30 years later from when Biggie said that shit, right? There's no lawyers, there's no doctors. The judges is still the same.
Yeah.
Old white men who
And
control
we're not
the
even plumbers no more. And
framework,
doing none of that.
electricians.
Yeah, we're not doing none of that.
Like, we have no power within the infrastructure of the country. Like, education is not taught. Like, we are the number one person locked up in America, black people. We are the least in judges, lawyers, DAs, ADAs. You had some DAs be having these counties for 30, 40 years at a time.
Yeah, the positions.
25 years at a time.
Yep, they own them.
They control the narrative.
Right. But like my brother said, shout out to my brother. He said, we're the greatest show on earth. That's what they pay us for.
Ringling Brothers.
That's right.
Yeah, but it's sad though because you understand back in the days, I feel like education was more prevalent than today.
Yeah.
I think today money is more prevalent than education.
I agree.
Like, you got dumb motherfuckers with money. You see a lot of that. It's a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not
No, you're 100% right.
like the educated people is like they've really separated themselves now.
Yeah. So let's first before we get on the next subject, I wanted to you're doing fashion now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We can't.
The No Collective. Shout out to my partner and the founder of the No Collective, Maurice Liddell. You know what I'm saying? We got a gift for you today too.
Oh man, what you got?
Let you open your own package.
Okay.
Shout out to No.
Appreciate
Little No merch.
My man. Okay. We got the socks. No Collective socks.
Yeah.
Oh, they said yes.
Nice.
Look at the box. I love this.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
No,
It's expensive.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the theme. That's the slogan.
I love it. And I gotta put the hat on, so I don't want everybody to see my bald head. We got the hat. My man.
Fire.
Throw that on.
Yeah, you might as well throw that on.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's right there.
And put that on there.
I had
Oh,
yours
man.
too, Ant, but you ain't show up, so.
Yeah, and where you at? You trying
Where
to
you at,
put
Ant?
man? You trying to put the
Where you at, Ant? Look.
You know what I mean? What you
I
doing?
got yours right here, Ant.
Yeah, we gonna hold that for you, son.
And over there trying out. He trying to
Lord
get the
knows I
wins.
need my socks. They said, Rashawn, thank you for embracing the power of no with us. We appreciate you, my man. I appreciate
That's
you,
dope.
brother.
That's fly. That's fly.
Man. Oh,
Congratulations, baby.
Thank you. Yeah, so my partner and founder, Maurice, said, bro, let's do this.
My man.
See, the packaging is different.
Love it.
When you go to the store, they're not giving you the package like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Black-owned business, man. Like,
That's
just
what's
trying
up.
to take it to another level.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. I'm definitely gonna wear the clothes. to you and Maurice, but I'm also, what we're going to do is I'm going to keep this up here during the show.
For sure.
So
definitely.
I'm going to have it out to showcase it. So and
They
we'll
can
plug
tap
it.
into the
Yeah, tap
website,
in. Yep.
order.
Right.
Where do they go to order it?
Yeah,
No Collective got the website.
NoCollective.com? Okay, so is it
I'm gonna show you right now.
Okay, so I can read it out to the people so they know where to get this.
No Collective.
Hatfield snug too, and it's cold out.
that
It just got
looks
cold in
fresh
The
right
Charlotte.
NoCollective.com.
NoCollective.com. All right, bet. So you guys hear that? We're gonna plug NoCollective.com. You guys got to get with this. This is official right here.
Man, we got some good stuff coming out, man.
No doubt.
Check that out.
Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, that's the
Whitney,
Bobby,
yeah.
and Whitney. Okay, I like that.
Exactly. Boom. You know what I mean? We got some. That's Maurice right
Okay.
there. Yes,
Shout
it's
out to
expensive.
Maurice.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
But I
man.
like the way the fashion is going because a lot of people are off the high end stuff, and they going with this. That's just fresh. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
for
It's
sure.
fly.
Like,
You know what
that's-
I mean, if it's fly, they copping it.
Yeah, that's-
ain't
that's
no,
what we
no
on.
tags, no big names, all that extra stuff. Nah,
Appreciate
if
you,
it's
bro.
fresh,
Yeah.
we getting it.
Yeah, got
Just
cops.
trying different new things, man. You gotta have more than one stream of income.
I feel mad. I feel fly already, son.
Yeah, you know, Queens, that's that Queens, you know what I mean? Queens get the money, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
And we in the Queen City, you know what I mean?
No doubt. So I want to touch on two subjects we're going to touch on before we wrap this up. One, prison reform. Me and you have discussed this before. You being through the system and seeing what it's like. What's your take on prison reform? How do you feel about it? And what can we do to actually make that situation better? You know.
Prison reform starts inside the prison by giving them boys programs, giving them men and women programs that are better prepare them for society.
Okay.
Because the way the system is set up, like, especially down south, North Carolina, I can speak on, from personal experience, is designed for failure. There's no education really being given out. They got these guys locked down for most of the days, most of the years. You know what I mean? So education is not prevalent. There's no law library in North Carolina. Like, do you understand what that means? They have no law library in the state of North Carolina.
Well, you can't even find out how to
Like,
get
it's
yourself.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
How you
no,
gonna work
tell
your
you-
case? How you
you
gonna
can't.
work your pill?
You gotta rely on prison legal services who works for the people who locked your ass up.
You ain't never.
So how much work they gonna do for you?
You never getting out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
When I was fighting my case, I was teaching the young brothers how to do some of the paperwork for their cases, like their motions and stuff like that. And one of my lawyers that came to me at the time was like, "Hey man, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "What's up?" He's like, "Man, I need you to stop doing all these motions for all these guys in here." I'm like, "Are you shitting me? These kids is facing the rest of their life in prison. They want their motion of discovery. They want this. They want file this. They want to file that. And I know how to do it. I got the blueprint to do it. I'm passing this material on.
Right.
These is weapons that you use to get out of the situation that you in.
Right.
That's what I mean when I say the education is so bad. Like, you got these kids getting locked up 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. If they had a law library there, they could possibly find a loophole through the law that can get them exonerated, right?
Right.
So I'm running the institution. I take the law library away from you. Actually, they gave these guys a vote, and they voted to have the prisoner legal services and weights as opposed to having a law library. Unbeknownst to them, that the law library would have made you had everything.
Right.
Because that's your weapon.
Right,
The
that's right.
law. Because if you using the law, you can get anything you need done through the law.
Through the law, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they don't think like that. So they voted out the law library down here and voted that prison legal service would pioneer and champion the defenses of the indigent or the less fortunate.
That's crazy.
Like, you got a lot of people locked up down south with life sentences that shouldn't be locked up with life sentences.
That's insane. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
crazy.
it's crazy.
So with that, Besides that, what would you do? What do you besides that? What do you feel you can do to, or what we can do to help prison reform as a person looking from the outside in?
Well, I'm not gonna say act like I'm out here going crazy advocating for prison reform, because I'm not. My prison reform consists of doing what I got to do to stay the fuck out of prison.
My man. Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So all the guys that know me, they say, "Oh, bro's still home. He doing all right.
Yeah.
He left here 11 years ago, and he's still out there."
Yeah.
If they don't see I'm reforming, then they don't get it.
Got you.
But
dig what I'm
but
saying?
let me ask you a question, because I know what all this temptation, and you know there's temptation out there. What stops you from this, man? You know what, man? I'm just gonna go ahead and just move this one little thing real quick, just to do a little something, get a bag real quick.
Temptation is the ultimate test to one's self-control, and opportunity determines one's discipline.
There we go.
Like,
Solid.
at some point, you gotta just like say, "Yo, it's over."
Tap it out. Bow out gracefully.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't knock what nobody got to do to survive,
Absolutely
but it's
not.
rough out here. And I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I'm a mascot and a champion for everything that's been done right. Because I'm not. You feel me? However, it's like, that's why we got this clothing company. I started a food company, Taste of the Town. I got the 5-7 music group. I realized that I wasn't gonna get nowhere in these streets. So I had to find my pivot out of the streets.
Got it.
So that's where I'm at with it.
What's the food situation? What do you you want to plug that? And I know you're opposed. I think you had something to do tonight with that. And
Yeah. Well, tonight the weather.
The weather,
you know what I mean?
okay.
But yeah, normally I work. Started out in the after hour spot. Shout out to Club Bliss. They give me the opportunity to cook there.
No doubt.
And I bring something that a much added service that's needed to Charlotte, I feel. You know what I mean? I like food, right? And I like the club, right? And a lot of nights I be out, can't get no decent food after a certain hour.
I
in
swear to
Charlotte.
God, that happened to me maybe 3 nights ago.
But it's like it's been happening like that for me for like 11 years, right?
Yeah. I didn't know that everything shut down around 9 o'clock. Everything started to shut
So it's
down.
like I can't go get something that I would want to eat.
Right.
And we drinking, having fun, whatever the case may be.
No.
And I want to get some food.
Right.
That's good.
Right, right. You hold that.
I got to go to Midnight Diner. I don't want to go to Midnight Diner.
Right.
Right.
I went to
what
a
I'm saying?
food truck. I swear, I went to a food truck the other night.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So I said, you know what? I'm tired of spending my money on trash. So I was like, yo. Actually, my friend called me, my big bro called me, like, yo, you be in the club, blah, blah, blah. You ever thought about cooking again? I'm like, man, I don't want to do that shit. When I came home from prison, I got a job as a dishwasher.
Okay.
And I went from a dishwasher to kitchen manager.
Okay.
And I stayed there 3 years. And I learned, for real, how to cook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate doing it, you know what I'm saying? But I love to see people like, yo, that shit is good.
Right. No doubt.
So it's like a gift and a curse. Like like it's a pull, like I don't like doing it, but when I see you eat it,
Right.
and you're like, yo, this is good. How did you do it?
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let me know, because I'll be out there creeping and crawling. I just ran to a Spanish joint, food truck, and it's 8. It got some tacos. It was like 11 something at night. I was hungry as hell, man. I ain't went no Wendy's. I ain't went all that.
Yeah,
Chicken.
we specialize. We got the fried chicken, the fried shrimp, the fried fish, the fried lobster tails, the salmon bites.
Bliss? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna start finding.
Yeah, that's where we at, man. We be at Bliss with it.
What days?
Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday through Sunday. You had Thursday, Sunday at Bliss. Vaughn's on the grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popping. I'm gonna be there. What's the time so we know?
I mean, you know, I usually get there like
Hungry. I'll be hungry.
I usually get there. Being that, you know, it's an after hour spot. Usually I get there like 11, 12.
Okay.
That's kind of late for you. You know, you old man. You know what I mean? You be
Gotta
tucked
do
in,
it right
you know
there
what I mean?
for me. That's that creep
You know,
late night thing right
That's
there.
that corporate America life. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good for me. I be just coming
You
up
know
the road.
my man over here.
Yeah, I can
Bruce
just come up the road. I
Leroy,
be hungry
you know
as
what I
hell. I need to
mean?
get that. I need them salmon bites for real.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm still creep out.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know,
Creep
like,
my ass out.
and that's the thing. I wanna provide a service that you wake up at. Damn, you know, overslept. You missed the club, but damn, you hungry.
Right.
Or I can go taste of the town.
Right.
I know Vaughn and Tweed,
Yo.
and they out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His girl at the window, they going crazy
No
with
doubt.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, don't sickle me with a good time, but I definitely be like, yo, Rod, your cousin, man, he got to slow down, man, because he done put on 200 pounds out there, man. He wild.
I'll be scrambling like 2 eggs on Sunday morning, son.
Definitely out there.
So before we get out of here, I wanted to give you an opportunity. You said you know, we talked about it earlier. I wanted to talk about, you know, your family situation, and you know, I wanted to. You said you wanted to address something, so I give you the opportunity to do it.
oh yeah, you know, I you know, for years I like people that know me know that I haven't seen my son in a long, long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much his whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was in prison. But like I said, I've been home 11 years almost, and I still ain't seen my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I signed my rights over to my family when I was incarcerated. And I feel like that's like the dumbest shit I ever did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's one of the things that's kicking me. That's like one of the poorest decisions I made. Like, I felt like it was a great decision because, you know, he got a good education and stuff like that, but I haven't seen my son. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been a person that took pride when my son was born, like yeah, I got a son, you know what I'm saying? Like, mission complete.
Right.
But I feel like mission is not accomplished, nor complete. Like, I haven't had the opportunity to be a father to my child. So that's something that all of the No Collective, the food company, the music, that's my son. Like, that's what's pushing me to do that shit.
No doubt.
That's the drive. That's my core of energy. You know what I mean? Is to, you know, be a part of my child's life. I haven't seen my son. My son is 20 years old. You know what I mean? I ain't seen my son in 20 years. Shit is insane. And I'm alive. And, you know, for years they've been lying to him, telling him all kind of crazy shit that I'm dead or I'm this, I'm that, whatever the case may be. So I told you at the beginning of the show, the segment, whatever, that I just wanted to say that, you know, God forbid something happened to me, that he could see, you know what I mean, his pops on a platform, just let him know I love him, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean, I was denied the right, you know, to be a part of my child's life. And that's what I was talking about when I was talking about how the black man we targeted, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got my family, who I looked up to you know what I mean, to help me raise my child while I was incarcerated, and took that opportunity to keep me away from my child. And I was like, damn, what's your end game? Like, you don't want me to see my child at all? The fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and I come from a family, you know, like I said, my father was in prison.
Yeah.
I got pictures from a kid when my grandfather used to take me to prison to see my father. And to see one of his daughters deny me the right to see my son, that shit is insane to me.
Well, if you could say something to your son in the camera, what
Yeah, I
would you
let
say?
him know that I love him, man, and I'm here for him, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that's very prevalent in my life. Like, I want Jalen Javon McDuffie to know I love him, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen him in 20 years. Shit is crazy to me. But that's what keep me going. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a real good student. I hear he's a real good kid. You know what I mean? But he don't got no sprinkle of me. Because I ain't been with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they done told him, all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's real prevalent in my life. And that's why you see me doing all of these things. That's why I know I can't go back to prison. Because that's going to be another bullet that they're gonna use
Against you.
against me to see my child. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Makes sense. All the sense in the world.
Yeah. Well, I definitely am. I definitely know. Speak
deep.
from all of us. Me, Lawrence, Mama Love, Aunt. You know, we're all praying for you, praying for the family. It's a tough situation, and you know, definitely, you know, praying for you in that situation. Always, brother.
I appreciate you.
problem,
We need it.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Pray.
But Allah knows best too, though. You know what I mean? You can't circumscribe Allah. Like, you can't put God in a box. You know what I mean? So whatever His plan is, that's His plan. You know what I mean? Sometimes man intervenes and do, dumb stuff or whatever. Like I said, man, it'd be an opportunity to be a part of my child's life. That would be the number one thing I would do. Would want to do. Anyway.
So we're gonna wrap this session of Charlotte on the Scene. I want to tell you this is probably one of the best interviews I've had. I appreciate you coming on this platform and speaking your truth and giving us a great conversation and a worldly conversation. I'm very appreciative of you spending your time here this afternoon. In hindsight, going forward, when I see you, I'm going to make fun of you about being a Dallas fan from New York and from Queens.
It's a New York cowboy. Hey, God bless the day, my uncle. All my uncles is Cowboy fans. It's crazy, right? They from New York.
Right, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? New York Cowboys. That's a thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man.
That's a thing.
Oh, man.
Look, on that note, I'm going to give you the cap because I ain't never...
Oh, I thought that was a Mets hat.
Yo, but I love you, man. Thanks for being on here, man. Thank you for everything, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that was deep, brother. Appreciate that.
We're going to, Charlotte on the Scene, it's a wrap.